Welcome. You are at the CCC.
Where there are no outside issues. My name is Anthony. I'm an addict and an alcoholic, another bozo on the bus, and I care about you.
Wow. My name is Jordan.
Jordan, just say
and I'm an addict. And I'm always trying to make good choices.
And I'm obnoxious.
Yes. And I'm Lewis, and my pronouns are he and him. I'm recovering from crystal meth and alcohol, and I'm always in search of balance. Yes, and each week we strive to foster a brave space where we can engage in conversations centered around topics of recovery.
Yes, and our intention is to hold and inspire better spaces for more people in recovery by tackling issues used to separate us.
But before we do that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and wait for Anthony to join in. Do the stuff. Do the stuff.
I'm so bored by all of this. And now the disclaimer.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my God, when are they going to stop talking? Oh my God, you just undid my mic.
You wish.
No,
I
I
wish.
did. Or maybe it was over here. Okay. And now the disclaimer, the thoughts and opinions expressed on At the CCC are ours alone. We do not represent anyone but ourselves. In other words, we're just a couple of friends behind a mic here to entertain you. And of course, everything we talk about is for general information purposes only.
For the general
Hey,
purpose.
did you catch how smooth my reading of the disclaimer was?
Yeah, that's probably why it was so boring.
Wow.
Oh, wait. You mean the last time when I wasn't on?
Yeah, when you were on. It's like I'm all thinking. It's like, look at you see how well I did this, Anthony.
great.
Who?
Yeah.
Anthony, you.
We
You don't need
her.
Anthony.
Yeah.
So how have the two of you been?
Really good. How about you? Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
We are in Pride. We're in Pride. It's like, and this episode's going to be out before Pride. But
It should, yeah.
yeah,
Wait, what?
It should be out before San Francisco Pride, but it is
Yeah.
Pride Month.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
What
you know
else?
what I love. You know what I love about.
What do you love? Tell me.
Okay, so
What do you love?
What do you love?
Okay, so I love exactly. I love like with Pride, with Folsom, with all of those other things. And I think that we talked about this before. I don't really have to participate in it to really kind of reap the benefits of the energy, because the energy in the city is a lot different.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward.
Was that your way of telling us you didn't pay for your PG&E bill?
What?
Okay. Actually, no. You guys didn't get the credit. Like when the power was off for that long time, PG&E made a mistake.
Yeah.
A bunch of people who were affected got a $200 credit.
Reparation.
And yeah, exactly. They got a credit. And so
That's awesome.
I haven't had to pay it's going to be almost a year that I don't have to pay PG&E.
How is that possible?
How are your bills so low?
My
Are you,
bills,
it's like-
my bills, like on average, it's like $25, $20,
What?
$25.
What do you use? Like live by candlelight?
No, I'm old fashioned. I unplug stuff. I turn things off. I turn lights off or
candlelight,
whatever.
yeah.
Candlelight.
And so, but
Maybe a flashlight if you're...
She's watching TV by flashlight.
It's all on puppet show. Oh, look at this TV show.
Look at a bird.
whatever the situation is, like I'm pretty sure that my carbon footprint doesn't look like yours.
We could do saving sea turtles.
Yeah. Your carbon footprint doesn't look like mine. I don't even know what that means.
I know. I don't know. It just sounds like it.
That's great. Anthony, how are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm happy that's over. I'm pretty good. I've the last 2 weeks I've been a little bit in my head. So I feel like this new series that we're going into is like perfectly timed. But yeah, last couple of weeks I've been in my head about like career stuff. Like a lot of great things happening, and I think stop playing with my headphones.
Okay.
Yeah. But the point is that I've been in my head, and it's been really nice to like see meetings as like a refuge. I was like actually sharing about that yesterday at a meeting where I was like, for years I saw going to meetings as like a chore, and recently, like with maybe last year, I'm like, oh wow, I actually like this is very beneficial.
Nice. What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, what's up, Jordan?
What's up? Well, since the last episode, today is day 30.
Yay!
Wow,
really, 30
I love
days?
it.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
awesome.
applaud
She's a
myself.
rock star.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, so whatever.
Wow.
No, whatever.
No, whatever. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here, I'll give you a pat on your hand.
Thank you.
Okay.
No consent.
No consent. It's like every time.
Other than that, just right now I feel like going to meetings is a little bit of a chore.
Yeah, of course.
Personally.
Yeah.
But
Have you mixed up your meetings? Have you tried to do any others since it feels like a chore?
my therapist suggested to go to a CODA meeting, so I'm going to try to go to one on Sunday.
Ooh, okay, good therapist.
CODA's like there's Al-Anon and then there's CODA. CODA's like extreme. It's hardcore.
Yeah.
I've never been.
And I told my mom, I suggested maybe we both go to one. She's like, "Oh, do you want to go together?" I was like,
I'm like, Mom, this is the problem.
No,
This is the problem.
We need to go to our own.
Yeah.
But I love you if you're listening.
Yes, Mama Matson.
Oh my goodness.
So shall we jump into today's topic?
Let's do it.
What is today's topic?
Louis, you were the
Okay,
creator of this series.
So actually, we were talking the last time we were here, and Anthony was giving me like a breakdown of some things, and
Schema therapy.
yeah, and really, what we decided, and along with ChatGPT, we were talking about like some of the challenges. Actually, one of our last episodes, we talked about some of what we deal with, and really, we were thinking the committee in our head, and like we all. I know you hear about this if you're listening. You hear about people saying, I've got this committee in my head making decisions or whatever. And so what we wanted to do is to break that down, break down all the different parts of it. Like today we're going to be talking about fear, and the fear being the chairperson, because I'm sorry, everything is kind of motivated by fear, and so I think that what we're going to do is like just kind of talk about the different ways fear can affect how we recover.
Yeah. I also want to clarify something. So Louis is mentioning of ChatGPT. I want folks to know that our content is original, and he was looking at ChatGPT for episode ideas, for inspiration. Don't make it sound like
no. Okay, so I think that we're doing this for Jordan's sake because Jordan hates it.
Also for us.
All of our ideas are original. It's like we sit down and we think about what we want to do, and the way to flesh it out.
Fleshlight.
Flesh it out to get exactly the flashlight. Yes.
So ideas about fear. I have a few.
Same.
Are you reading from my notepad?
No.
Don't cheat.
I can't read your handwriting anyways.
Okay, what did you want to say about fear?
Well, so I think when you introduce it, right, I think my first reaction is, well, fear is one of our natural, like, animalistic
That's right, yeah.
emotions, right? Like any other animal, they do most of their actions based out of fear, right?
Survival.
Yeah, and survival. So I think that is my first thought. That like we are truly fearful because that's how we've learned to survive as a human race.
Yeah.
Can we start off by saying maybe, like, I think when we talk about fear, a lot of times we vilify it. We talk about it in a negative way, and some fear is healthy. Like, I mean, I don't cross the street against the light if there's cars going or whatever because I'm afraid of getting hit. Now, it's not so debilitating, but it's just a healthy kind of, it's like a little spice, A
little spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of starting from there, right? To Jordan's point, fear is evolutionarily selected for, right? Because it's how we survive. It's like the oldest part of our brain. So we can think about fear coming from the brain
He looks
stem.
like one of those old-fashioned DJs on like WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, don't interrupt me. So
what? It's like I'm all, you know what? I'm going to hit you with this, okay?
Of course you would.
Where's HR?
HR, yeah. We need an HR department.
We really do.
We all need to watch that video.
This is sexual harassment.
Do we have a video?
I don't think we have a video, but I think maybe a video that they have to watch at the country club. But
yeah, so folks are interested. You can Google an idea. It's called the triune brain model.
How do you spell that?
Triune, TRIUNE, triune.
Okay.
Yeah, a triune brain model. And it's basically a way of dividing the brain into three parts, and it's divided between the brainstem, the limbic system, and then the cortex, the neocortex, which would be the outer part of our brain. So I say that only to say that when we're thinking about fight or flight or fear, like that's part of the brain stem. It's like our reptilian brain. So we need fear, right? Like if we were being chased by lions, we would want to feel fear. We would want to feel anxiety. So like Lewis was saying, like fear by itself isn't bad. But there is a way that over time, if so much of your life was spent like bracing yourself for harm or danger, there's a way that starts to get overemphasized in your brain and brain development.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk about that by itself forever, but
does fear become a learned behavior?
That's a very good question. So if we think, I don't want to go down this direction, but there's one way of looking at it. If you look at brain development, you can look at brain development from 3 different levels. You can think of survival, social connection, and then cognitive development. And so if, for example, over time you were raised in an environment where there wasn't a lot of safety and you were also like feeling a lot of fear, that part of the brain, there's going to be an inverse in the way that the brain is developing, where there's going to be a lot of energy put into survival. Next to that would be social. And then next to that would be cognition, right? So it becomes inverted. So to your point, yeah, like fear can be learned. We can learn to associate fear with certain things that would otherwise be innocuous.
Yeah.
Or not harmful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And as it relates to, like, obviously, if I'm using...
Oh, here we go.
If I'm using drugs, if I'm using alcohol or whatever, this is not normal. This is abnormal. And I'm putting myself in scenarios and situations, especially with crystal meth. And so I'm creating all of these things that aren't real, that or whatever. And so...
Yes.
They don't, this just doesn't leave once I get sober.
That's right. And part of this happens a lot. I'm sure we've also seen it a lot where what'll happen is that people will come in, and by come in, I mean like they'll seek treatment and they're on and off substances, right? And they'll say, well, I need to treat my anxiety. I need to treat my depression. But they're not allowing themselves a period of getting sober so that they can go through a formal detox, right? And so what ends up happening is that you're working, so they'll start medications, but they're working against their own chemistry, right? Like if you're taking opioids or benzos or you're drinking regularly, it's going to be really hard to regulate your mood.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And so on top of that, like if you have anxiety and you're already working with like a bunch of like cognitive distortions or ways of thinking about things that are already anxiety inducing, it's going to be close to impossible to like unlearn certain fear patterns or how to relax or treat your,
Well, I feel like I use to avoid fear of fill in the blank, and so it's interesting that like I use to avoid fear just to then become more fearful of the fear I was initially trying to avoid or escape from.
Yeah.
Well, it's that thing that we get to a point where we're doing the thing that is killing us, that's hurting us, because we believe that it's helping us get better.
Yeah, that's sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just that was just
Yes, 100%, right? So, excuse me. I see this a lot with weed. So a lot of people will smoke weed because they're very anxious. What they don't realize is that by smoking weed, they're actually increasing their anxiety, right? Because once you start to go through withdrawal, it's the same thing with like, if we have a fearful thought and we keep going back to that fearful thought, we're actually feeding the anxiety that comes from that fearful thought. Are you anxious right now? You're playing with your hands. You haven't done that in a while.
I might be anxious. I might be anxious. It's like, thank you for noticing. I'm sorry.
I just care about you.
You know what it's like? I think what it is like,
Tell me.
There was a time where, we would talk about things. I would talk about things with friends or whatever, and I wouldn't understand that I was reacting to it.
Yeah.
And so I may be reacting to it because anxiety, being anxious, that's something that it's got me.
Yeah.
It's kept me from wanting to do things, wanting to do certain things, wanting to travel, whatever, because I have anxiety when I get on planes. like, and it's not about the flight itself. There's this whole period, like just before the plane takes off, and I've come up with little things that I do, like I have games that I play, or I'll do whatever, or if I have air on me, which none of it is rational. I started taking one Benadryl.
Is that helpful?
Because I quiet my brain.
I see.
You know, I'm a little tired, and that's helped. But I also sit with it. But it's been terrifying because I have found myself getting off of whatever I was on and being stuck in certain places because it was so. I thought I was not going to be able to overcome it.
You know, I knew you had anxiety. I didn't realize it was to that extent.
Well, it's like
Have you ever been in therapy?
I have been in therapy, but it's like I feel like I've never talked about that in therapy.
You've never talked about anxiety in therapy?
I've never talked about it like that because, you know, and the reason why I'm not in therapy now is because you're my therapist.
No, I'm not. Don't say that online. Number one, I'm not licensed. Number one, I'm not licensed. We read a disclaimer. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. That caught me off guard. So you're naming a lot of different things that are really common with anxiety. So we can think there's also like a trifold model like a 3-part model of anxiety, and we can think about anxiety being generated from one of 3 places. Also, there are like organic causes, so like things that are naturally occurring. So like if you have hyperthyroidism, for example, that can create anxiety in the body, right? But we can think about like mind, body, and behaviors, right? So you can have like a physiological reaction that is anxiety, that kind of might generate thoughts. You can have thoughts that generate the anxiety, and then you can have behaviors that generate the anxiety. So for example, when you're talking about avoiding things, that actually feeds the anxiety.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it actually feeds the anxiety.
You know, it's one of the things where it's like, I remembered how it felt.
To what?
To have anxiety attack, or to be anxious.
Yeah.
To have a panic attack. And even if it doesn't happen, I've been on BART and go under the under part, and I'm like, oh
really?
You know, it hasn't been that way.
Louis, I'm learning so much about you.
It hasn't been that way in a really long time, but it was for a while. It was terrifying. Like,
Louis, how long have you been living like that?
No, well, no, honestly, it's like lately, and I think, and help me see, like,
help me help you.
Okay, so I got to a place, I don't remember when the conversation started with me, but I started to realize that I was a people pleaser growing up.
I see.
And it was almost like once I acknowledged that, then the anxiety lifted, and I started acting a different way, you know?
That explains why you are always like, if you don't like me, walk across the street. I might be combining things. But that makes a lot of sense, right? Because like you work really hard not to do that now.
Oh, absolutely.
Not to people please, yeah.
Because I think that like it does make sense. I mean, because now I spend a lot of time with this grimace on my face and I'm like, stay away from me or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do not want, like, I don't want to waste my time anymore with folks who are not kind of.
I get it.
Yeah, do you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm going to put myself out there just to be.
Listen,
yeah,
100%.
I'm not doing that.
You know, like within the conversation of fear, I feel like similarly, over the last 2 years, especially this year, I've made it a point to only put myself in the company of people that like I feel
Absolutely.
good around. And it's because of, it's like the other thing is like I had noticed that I was putting myself in the company of some people that made me feel horrible, either not because they're doing anything directly to me, although sometimes, but just like certain beliefs that they have, or like like a conversation we were talking about recently about people talking about like yachts and shit. Yeah. Anyway, so let's come back to this fear, about fear, which this is all
exactly.
Really,
it's all under the fear umbrella.
Yeah. And so, you know, what I like about what you're saying is that fear seldom actually looks like being scared.
Yeah.
Right. It usually shows up as like when someone's like, oh, my intuition, like, oh, I have this thing in my stomach. I'm not saying people should ignore those reactions, but there is a way that fear shows up, and we aren't calling that fear. We aren't saying like, oh, I'm afraid. We're saying, oh, I have this feeling.
Yeah.
Or it could be, what else did I put here? Like, oh, I need to do this thing because I'm being responsible, right? Like I need to go double check the door 3, well, double check. So double check and then 3, but like I need to go back and check this thing, right? Because I'm being responsible. I need to make sure my door is locked, but they go back 3 times.
Or I need to do this. You can't do this because I want to make sure that it's done a certain way.
Oh, that's you, huh?
That's me. That's me. Because I talk
That's
about
so
it.
good.
I talk
Yeah.
about that control thing. That control thing. It's like I'm all, and it's happening now because I'm involved on living sober. And what I've been doing, my little practice is like stepping back and realizing I'm not on the committee by myself. I'm not doing this by myself. And it has always worked out. It's going to work out. It may not look the way I want. It's going to work out. But, sometimes I'm not a hotbed of mental health right now because I'm deep in the planning and I'm like, oh, I just want it to be over.
Oh God.
But I don't want it to be over. I want it to be over, but I don't.
Yeah, I get that. Were you going to say something, Jordan? You've been so quiet over there.
I'm witnessing
A lot of fear.
totally.
Any fear? Have you guys ever seen The Birdcage?
Yes.
When Agador Asparagus, he goes, when are you going to let me into one of your shows? And he goes, when you have talent. And he goes, I know your problem. He goes, I know your problem. You're just afraid of my Guatemalaness, my Latino heat.
My Latino heat.
My Latino heat. Have you ever seen it? Oh, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's a
really
fun
good.
movie. Nathan Lane's brilliant. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say about fear, the other way that I think it shows up is that fear. So like when we're thinking about a situation and where like there is a feeling like of distress that comes over us, there is a way that we will feed that feeling, right? Like if there's fear, so you're going to feel it. And then we will prioritize that fear as opposed to having courage, right? So we can think of courage as not as the absence of fear, but about doing things despite the fear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where fear might make us avoid something and courage might allow for us to push through that.
Yeah.
But that's very difficult. I think like, especially if we're talking about longstanding anxieties or fears, like, my recommendation is like meet with the therapist. Especially when you have like panic attacks or things like that.
There's definitely a benefit to like early recovery, taking advantage of like.
What do you mean?
When I was in treatment.
Aren't you in treatment now? I don't know.
And you're the therapist. We went over this already.
So when I was in treatment, for early alcohol.
For a speech impediment.
my God.
Yeah. No, one of the requirements was to go and get your that rating to go. You had to do that in order to continue on and to go into treatment. When it's the medical diagnosis, it's a rating that they like.
An ACE score?
That's the score you get when you shop at Ace. No. It was like when I got the diagnosis, but depression or
what's wrong?
I don't know what the situation. I don't remember what they call it. It's been so long. But you go and they diagnose you. They diagnose you, and it's what you need in order to kind of continue on in the system.
Okay.
And they give you a diagnosis.
They give you
something probably billable.
Yeah, something exactly. And usually it's kind of off because like when I went in there, you can't figure me out in that one sitting. You can't figure it out, but it was like enough to kind of say, okay, yeah, there was a dual diagnosis, it was alcoholism, it was addiction, and whether or not it was bipolar. I don't know. No,
sure. Dual diagnosis
or borderline personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about that, and the next time we talk, I'll make sure because it's something that stands out. But at first, I was like 501c3p. No, but
Jordan, were you going to say something?
Well, okay. So my other question is like, is fear always showing up as anxiety, or is anxiety and fear, are they one and the same, or can you be anxious over something not based out of fear?
That's a really good question. Are you asking like, can you have fear without anxiety?
And vice versa. Yeah.
Can you have anxiety without fear?
Yeah.
You can have, it seems like you can have fear without anxiety, but not anxiety without fear.
What?
Like being anxious.
I feel like we're reading Dr. Seuss right now.
I know. No, but being anxious about something comes from being fearful about something not working out, or maybe working out in a way that doesn't work out for you. That's fear. But like,
let's look up a definition for fear. What's the difference?
Because with fear, right, I can be afraid of a lion, but not anxious over a lion.
Absolutely.
Between fear and anxiety. I'm inclined to say, well, we'll see what the interwebs says. Fear and anxiety share overlapping physical symptoms like a racing heart and increased adrenaline. However, fear is an immediate, localized response to a definite present danger. Anxiety is a prolonged, future-oriented feeling or dread regarding hypothetical or unclear threats. So one is immediate and the other one is created. Maybe? Anxiety is prolonged, future-oriented. Yeah, future-oriented. But I don't know if I agree with that entirely, because some anxiety can also come from thinking about the past. And like if you're thinking about like shame and the way that can generate certain feelings.
Are you thinking of the, like, okay, so there's this anxious when you're excited about, oh God, I'm looking forward to something.
Yeah.
That anxious. But that's not, I don't think that's the anxious we're thinking of.
Well, here's the thing. I almost don't know if the distinction is important.
Okay.
Maybe it is. I'll think about it more, but I probably won't after this episode.
No. I've
got too much shit
out
going
of sight,
on.
out of mind.
I was like, whatever. But that's a really interesting question. So what I did want to say earlier is that depression, you know what I like? Sorry, maybe this is not the best setup for this, but like one of the things that I like about mental illness is that at the point when we are symptomatic, so we have the depression, we have the anxiety, right? Like that's the tip of the iceberg, to borrow a tired ass expression. But because there's so, like, at the point where it shows up in like OCD or ruminative thinking or ruminations, right? There's so much that has led up to that point.
Exactly.
And so it's, that's why it's helpful when we realize like, oh, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, because now we know that there's something there. Because, well, to your point earlier, is that we can sometimes have anxiety and have depression and not know that we have it, because for some people, this is just the way they've always lived their life.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Especially with anxiety. I work with a lot of different people who they actually don't realize that they're anxious.
Yeah.
They just, they don't realize they're anxious because they aren't able to identify feelings that they're experiencing. And so what ends up happening is like, oh, I can't, I don't know. It's like whenever I'm in this environment, I can't shut my brain off, or like, I find myself like being really irritable and I don't really know why.
You know what, Jennifer Lewis?
Who's that?
Jennifer Lewis is like, she's
You know who
actress.
Jennifer Lewis is?
She's coming up. You're gonna look her up after. But she talks very openly. She talks very openly about her struggles with mental illness or whatever. But she says this thing because she's very good at like these lines. She's amazing. She says, stop sitting in shit, because if you stay in shit long enough, it'll stop smelling.
Oh yeah.
And I think I thought about and I was telling this to someone else. It's like, I'm all, you want to break away from, like, if you stay in, we were talking about politics, like politics it's abnormal. And you can have someone who's amazing, goes in, has the best intentions, but they stay there too long and they're going to be affected by it. So you almost have to get in there and get out, because if you stay in there to the point where what's abnormal starts to seem normal, and it happens to a lot of people where, you think that they're corrupted, or they are, whatever the situation is. And I think it might be the same with mental health. And anyway.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, we have to land this plane.
We do.
We
can talk about it some more.
Shot in the heart. Is that what you're saying?
I said shucks.
So the
shot in the heart.
Oh yeah.
'Cause you're too late.
Are we gonna
baby.
sing
You
our way? Are we gonna sing out?
Is that the way it goes?
The Castro Country
Thank
Club
you.
is a safe and sober community center for all people and a refuge for the LGBTQ recovery community.
Is it?
I feel disenfranchised.
And we provide programs and services that help change lives by supporting personal growth.
Our vision is to reduce the suffering of addiction by connecting people to community, opportunity, and support.
You can find more information, including all the ways to contact us at www.castrocountryclub.org/podcast.
And check out new episodes Monday when they are released.
Every Monday when they are released. We love you. Bye.
Bye.